Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Set Listing Bruce, your podcast all about Bruce Springsteen, his music, and mostly his fans. I am your host, Jesse Jackson. I have a return guest. It has been way too long. Aaron was just looking. It was like episode 70. So, of the last time you were on. So, welcome back. It has been way too long. How are you doing, my friend?
Doing really well. Tour is upon us.
Tour is upon us. I am so ready. But we had an interesting discussion, right? You mentioned that you were reviewing a little bit of the podcast. And by the way, it was December 7th, 2016. I just looked. That was when you were on. And in that podcast, way before, you're like, don't panic. You can get tickets. It's okay. Everyone rushes on opening day. And I thought of that because, and I promise I'm going to let you talk. I got tickets for Tulsa like the first day. Like I'm paying about 180 each for tickets in the upper balcony for my wife, my son, and Linda. Now Tulsa is like $20. You could get a bad seat, but you'd be in the building for like 20, $30 to Tulsa. Now, I'm like, the idea, right? And so I'm doing this for Austin. And I may end up missing Austin because right now the only tickets available are resale, and the cheapest one is $250, $300. But I'm planning to bring my cash, go down to Austin, wait outside the arena. And if I miss the first two songs, I'll be sad, but I'll be in.
You won't miss those first two songs.
Yeah.
I'm going down to Tampa.
Okay.
Which from Vegas. I'm flying. I've already got my airfare.
Yeah.
No tickets.
Wow.
I'm practicing what I preach. And unless some real good deal comes my way, it's the same thing. $230 will put you rear upper.
Yeah.
Right now. And I'm not pulling the trigger on that.
Right.
I'll get there without tickets, and I'll prove what I've been saying for a long time. But I'm guilty of paying too much for Tulsa too soon also. And I'm upper, but I'm right side stage, and I paid face value from Ticketmaster right before. And those tickets that are 30, they're rear stage. I don't want to be rear stage. I'm going Houston rear stage. It's my one. $30.
This is what's horrible about Houston is, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to it, but one of my buddies reached out and said, I have season tickets to the Rockets. They want to sell a suite. So do you want to go to Bruce? And this is before tickets were on sale, right? He said, we'd be guaranteed a spot, all the alcohol, all the beer and wine you could drink, all the food you can eat, all the soft drinks, all the water, parking pass. It's expensive. But I'm like, yeah, I've never been in a suite. So Linda and I are both doing that. And now you see Houston tickets are dirt cheap, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm going dirt cheap.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna be knocking on your sweet door.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, Jesse. So we're that's a little bit of a treat for us because it's on Valentine's Day. So Linda's like, oh, well, this will kind of make it special. But anyway, tell my listeners a little about yourself in case they have not gone all the way back to December 2016, my friend.
Well, I mean, since the last time we talked, when we first talked, I was a fan who was just, tired of hearing people who were so angry about the ticket madness, which happens every tour. It's happened this tour. There's always a new scapegoat. Now it's dynamic pricing. It used to be scalper bots, all the things that, blind people from the fact that there's 20,000 seats and 100,000 people want tickets. And people got reasonable tickets for every show, even Madison Square Garden, if they got them like that. But yeah, a lot of people who thought they were in like that didn't. It's been the same story as long as computers have sold tickets. But since then, I kind of expanded. I started, I don't know, partly maybe inspired a little bit by you, and a lot inspired by a fellow on YouTube that goes by the name of F Zappa 20, who does a fish, you know, as you can see, I'm a fish, not only a Bruce fan, I'm a big fish fan. He does a fish report after every concert they do, talks about the set list, little 5-minute little thing on YouTube. And, you know, he's pretty popular and I watch him and I thought he was entertaining. I was like, yeah, the Bruce community could use somebody. You know, the Bruce community's full of so many opinions. And I'm just filled with enthusiasm. I was like, you know, maybe if, you know, I went on YouTube and had something to talk about, and then the tour was coming up, and I was like, I'm gonna do that F Zappa 20 thing, and then the tour didn't happen. You know, we all stayed home, and one day they announced that Bruce was gonna do a Super Bowl Jeep commercial, and I was like, boy, Springsteen Super Bowl Jeep. That is probably 3 search words that would get a lot of attention for a guy with 0 followers on Facebook, on YouTube. Let's see. And I'll do one of those silly reaction videos, fan watches. I should put that back on my YouTube channel. It's, you know, it's silly, but it's where it all started. I got like, you know, like 2,000 views on fan reacts to Jeep commercial, and my reaction was a lot more positive than a lot of the people's reactions to that Jeep commercial. It was mixed reactions, but I don't know, there's always so much negativity. And then, you know, right away, if you remember, came the drunk driving arrest, which I had a lot of opinions on, and so I made another video about the drunk driving arrest, and I'll put that back up on my channel too. But that led to starting to do a video to review the archives as they release. Something to, you know, interesting to talk about when there was nothing else going on was the archives. So like I thought once a month I'll do a video, I'll do the archives. And they released June 27, 2000 to the archive series. And there's a great video to that show, a really good shot of the stage, a shot of the screen. I've been a crazy video collector since my teens. I love concert video, handheld, when they had VHS cameras right up to the beautiful stuff that we get now. And I've collected it all over the years. And I knew that this show is on video, and it's a pretty good video, but it suffers from bootleg audience sound. And I went on my little show that, you know, 25 people were watching at the time on a regular basis. I said, somebody should dub this video with the good audio. And just silence, nothing came back. And I've never really considered doing something like that myself. And then one day I was like, I used to say I don't have the money for the type of computer it takes to have a video editing suite. Yeah, but these days, video editing doesn't really take much more than I buy in my used computers when I buy a new used computer every year and a half. I was like, I probably do have the power to do it. I never really thought about it. You know, space is a lot cheaper. You know, the files come out big. I know I'm boring everybody now with technical stuff, but suffice it to say, I learned how to do basic video editing and dubbing on that June 27, 2000. And that video came out gorgeous. It sounds like a professional DVD Blu-ray. It still looks like a bootleg audio, but let me promise you something else, Jesse. When you take an old bootleg video that has old bootleg audio and you put on the pristine sound that Nugs puts out, all of a sudden it looks better. The way our brains work, it suddenly looks better. So then my channel, you know, kind of exploded because I started putting my videos up on the channel too. And of course, a Bruce Springsteen concert is far more interesting than some guy talking about Bruce Springsteen from his office on a webcam. And so, yeah, my channel got pretty big. Nugs actually took it down. And I no longer have the on-demand channel, but every Saturday night we stream live and people can email me to make sure that my email is tagged on here, and people can email me to get that link every week, because every Saturday night we stream live on my channel, a new show. And I got fantastic shows, and I always make sure it's got the best sound. I don't waste anybody's time on a Saturday night with some unwatchable bootleg. Just 2 nights ago or the other night, sometimes not on Saturday night for a special occasion, just yesterday, I think it was yesterday, we watched opening night of the River Tour, which was 7 years ago, was the anniversary, and the sound was gorgeous, and about 30 people showed up. I'd love to see it explode, and that's kind of the history of my channel.
So I'm going to go back to the Super Bowl commercial. I remember that it leaked the Saturday before the Super Bowl, and it was an official leak. I mean, it wasn't, and I remember seeing it, and I almost thought it was fake. And the reason why is often there is a lot of creative people in the fandom, and there will be people who put together, let's say, Doctor Who trailers that look exactly like BBC did this, and it's all fan made. It's not official at all, but it looks and sounds real. So I was like, did someone take Western Star's video and put that, to this? And then my favorite line about that was seeing the right and the left both react so poorly to Bruce's commercial tells you how far away we are from the middle. Absolutely, right?
And I loved it. I'm going to send you, once I get it uploaded again, I'm going to send you a link to my reaction video.
I loved it.
It's silly, but you should see it.
I want to see it. Yeah, I loved it. And I understood what he was saying, and it was good. It's, I'd like to talk for a few minutes if we could. I just got really upset, and I unblocked someone, and I'm not going to name names, but there's a fan on Twitter, calls himself the #1 fan, and they tweeted, "If we only get 2 new songs on this tour, this is a wasted chance. I can't stand this. I want all these other songs." And, and I responded, first off, you forgot, in my opinion. And secondly, you aren't thinking of, it's been 7 years since they toured. Think how many people have never seen the E Street Band perform.
Right, never. He's so entitled. I know who you're talking about.
Yes.
I have not unblocked him. But I can't stand. I can't take the negativity.
Yeah, I can't take the.
A lot of the fandom thrives on, the more critical we are, the bigger fan we are.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Yeah,
but I know what you're saying.
And it frustrates.
Have you seen the set lists that are coming out of the rehearsal, or are you avoiding those?
No, I have seen.
Well, it's loaded with anything anybody. If you don't want these songs, don't come.
Yeah, I mean,
doesn't look like Western Stars is going to make it.
No, and I'm a little sad. I would have liked at least 1 or 2 songs from Western Stars, but I get it. But I mean, if we can get Letter to You, if we can get some songs from that, if we can get, my hope is, and I don't mean this negative, right? I hope that we retire Shout, and that our encores are some of these covers, right? That was on the latest release.
Good array of songs. I mean, nobody should have anything to complain about.
No, there is a way of the songs, and I go back to the ticket, and there's so many people, frustrated and mad at Bruce and mad at Ticketmaster, and I get the frustration, but the only thing that will make everyone happy is if everyone gets the ticket they want for the show they want in the section they want at the price cheap. They want to pay.
Right. That's what I keep saying. Everybody wants everyone wants the best seat in the house for cheap. Everybody wants it. And if they don't get it, somebody must be screwing them.
Yeah. And so, it
is the way of the world.
No, it is not in the way in the world. So another thing you've been having fun with is Springsteen Hurdle. Tell me a little bit about that.
I'm trying to get more people. I had one guest come on my show because before I show a concert every Saturday night, I now do a live pre-show, which I do not prepare. You know, if you're looking for like hardcore information, there's a million Springsteen podcasts out there that do their research. There's this one that you talk to everybody. There's the guys, the None But the Brave. They come with a prepared show. Man, I'm just about, you know, what happened this week and a bunch of enthusiasm, which I think, you know, I offer in spades. And so I do this pre-show half hour while I've got people's attention before we start the live stream of the concert video. And I'm always looking for content to fill that time. And one day I said, you know, let's do live Springsteen Hurdle. I'll bring up multiple games from the past and I'll play them, and we'll play them live here on the show. I've had one contestant. It was a fantastic show, but I can't get more volunteers. Maybe the exposure of your podcast will get me.
Yeah,
maybe you'll come on.
You know what?
In the near future and play Springsteen Hurdle.
We need to figure that out. Yes,
I pre-taped that.
Yeah.
I show it at 7:30, but I pre-tape the Springsteen Hurdle for a multitude of reasons. I don't try to do it live on Saturday night, so we could really do it anytime.
All right, we'll work that out. That'll make that show.
That would be fantastic. Yeah, my second Springsteen Hurdle guest.
Yeah, that's been a lot of fun. I really have enjoyed that. You know, we had Kayla on the phone, the lady who invented it. You know, who put it out. Just a really impressive. But see, that's another fan. She's never seen the E Street Band live.
Wow.
You know, she's, and so they want to, they're excited for anything. They're excited for anything. And I do think that there is a big group of us fans out there that we all have requests. We all have like secret, like, oh, I'd love to hear this. I'd love to hear that. You and I both would have liked Western Stars, anything for Western Stars.
Right? I have no groaner. I have no bathroom song.
Yeah,
I'm there for the whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whatever he plays, I just, you know what I'm there for? You know why I wanted every Broadway tape? Yeah. When everybody else said it was the same show every night? It's because he says something different every night. I don't know. For me, I guess it's a bit of a cult. For me, I guess he's a bit of a cult leader to me, a little bit. I wouldn't drink the Kool-Aid, but you know,
he's our leader. Hear every word. Yeah, he's our leader. Absolutely.
Reluctant, which is another thing that makes him so endearing.
Yeah,
he's a reluctant leader. Did you see the wave he gave at rehearsal? He's like, why are you guys here?
Why are you guys doing this? Yeah, absolutely. Cool.
There's a video bootleg where during the Devils and Dust tour, he talks to a guy in the audience and he goes, "Hey, what are you writing?" So you're not one of those weirdos who write down everything I do, are you? And I was like, oh, I'm a little hurt by that.
Oops. No, not at all. That's not us. Yeah.
Every word.
So talk to me about the kindness of strangers. You're going to Tampa because of your listeners, right? Tell me a little about this.
My viewers of my pre-show, and I don't want to say I've got 1,000 viewers. You know, I get up to about 30 viewers on any given weekend for my pre-show. Yeah. And live, I only get about 6 people, but over the week, about 30 people check it out. And they each sent me, a couple people sent me a little extra, but most of the contributors sent $10. I had made a comment that Tampa, I don't have Tampa tickets. Like I said, I have no tickets to the concert yet, but airfare from all the way from Las Vegas to Tampa, which is a long flight, 4.5 hours there, 5.5 hours back, was only $140. And I was like, I can't pull the trigger on another $140 on this tour. I just can't. I spent too much and I can't do it. And my viewers contributed some $10 bills. A couple people threw some $20 bills. And before I knew it, I had airfare bought to Tampa, and still going to be looking for a ticket. Don't know. It's kind of, I mentioned on my show the other night where I'm excited and appreciative, bottom of my heart. There's no way I won't be on that plane. It's opened a can of worms, man. Those are not Houston $30. I just bought a ticket for Houston. I was like, I can go to all the shows I want. They're $30.
Yeah.
not in Tampa. It's going to be a little bit more in Tampa, but
Yeah.
I'm excited. I got viewers that are going to be there, and a lot of people are converging on that opening night. And I never thought I was going to go.
What do you think is going to be the opening song?
I think we're looking at Ghosts. If you're following what they're playing every day, what they've rehearsed the most, what seems to be the start of the day or within the first few songs of the day at the rehearsals, it sounds like Ghosts. I think Ghosts has been a popular opinion amongst fans for a while now, even before they started. I think we're going to see Ghosts in Tampa for that opening song, unless he does that thing where he comes out and plays something totally classic first, and then he goes into Ghost. He is the most unpredictable man for someone who can be very predictable. He does, he gets in a rhythm. There's going to be a set of 5 songs somewhere in the show that are the same every single night. And then there's going to be a wild card. If we've been going for a long time, we kind of know the structure he's put together, and I don't think he's going to waver from it. But there's that leaves for a lot of opening things on what can happen at the very beginning. He can come out an hour early with an acoustic guitar and play 4 songs, because he hasn't done that in 7 years.
No.
And, right. I was like,
yeah. How rusty do you think they're going to be?
You know what? We watched the opening night of the River Tour last night, and they weren't rusty at all. And that had been
Pittsburgh, right?
Right. And that had been like 4 years, 3 years,
that was,
I guess. They were on fire. People talk about how rusty they were on the reunion tour opening night in like Barcelona or something.
Yeah.
And okay, they had never played together for like decades or something like that. And I saw an early show on the Rising Barnstorming tour. I didn't think they were, they go and they work it out. Yeah. And they're still going to be working it out for another 2 weeks. And I don't know. I think the days of the last minute, they might let if there's enough people outside, they might let the public into that hall we've seen pictures of for the last couple. That could happen. I can see that happen. I don't see them selling a last minute rehearsal show like they've done in the past.
Yeah.
I think the first real show is going to be there in Tampa, but I think we're going to get a sense if people keep hanging out there, and I can't believe they don't have police tape 3/4 of a mile.
Yeah, it is kind of funny, right? And it is kind of they all look in tour shape. Little Steven looks like he's lost a few weight.
Looks amazing. I am so impressed. I have him right here. I was talking about him on my show the other night. Little Steven just looks incredible.
Yeah, he does. And I think that after this pandemic, after all that's going on, I think they are because I felt like during the River reunion tour, they did the last true, tour, they were having so much fun playing together. I think at this point,
4 hours.
I think they're just ready. I think they are ready to just play the crap out of everything for us.
He's been having fun at the public appearances that we have seen over the last year. Yeah. There is no doubt he wants to be on stage. I'm going to too many shows. I overdid it.
How many shows are you end up going? How many are you going?
Right now, I am sitting on tickets for 3 shows and plane tickets for 5.
Okay.
I just bought Detroit today. It was always known I was going to go to Detroit. My mom lives in Detroit. Okay. My dad lives in Detroit. Plane fare has been very high. I keep watching it. And all of a sudden, wasn't so high last night. And I bought it this morning. So now I'm actually up to 5, which is just insane. Right before the pandemic, when they were talking about touring, I was making jokes that this tour is coming right about my midlife crisis. Like the timing is, and then that prophecy is fulfilling itself. How am I going? I don't fly. I hate to fly. I don't spend money. I hate to spend money. And this is the most expensive tour ever. And I'm flying 8 flights in February and 2 flights in.
I'm doing Austin. I'm doing Dallas. I'm doing Houston. I'm doing Tulsa. And as I said, I'm going to try to go down to Austin and pick up a ticket. I'm going to follow your rules. And then I've set the expectation with my lovely bride that when they come back and do this, another leg, that I want to go to at least one. I'm not greedy. I may have to do two.
Come to Vegas.
Oh, if they're coming to Vegas, I'm definitely.
We have the newest, greatest stadium in the world, so I'm really expecting him to come to Vegas. Billy Joel's already been in it, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers just played it, but it's like Elton John played his last show there. It's the baddest. The new Raiders stadium is 2 miles. I could walk there.
Is the acoustics good there?
From what I hear, it's not. It's not, but I was hoping we also have a state-of-the-art arena that they built like 6 years ago that I was hoping he would play, but they didn't plan an arena show, and it looks like everybody's talking about that stadium. I haven't been in it yet, but they're talking about that's like the premier. It made the most money of any stadium last year. It's the kind of place he likes to play.
Well, because I know Jerry World here in Dallas has horrible acoustics. So that's why, so that's why I'm probably not going to play there. I was surprised when I went to MetLife, that for an open air stadium.
That's what helps, the open air. Our problem is, I think ours opens, and I hope they have it open, but still, the more bowly it is, it can be rough.
Yeah.
But the goal there is, it's all about the screens at a stadium anyway. Get on the floor, at the back of the floor near the soundboard, and all the problems of the stadium don't really exist for you, right?
Yeah.
And they're not desirable seats because you can't really see that far back. But you can see the screen's great. You're centered. It sounds. That's the best place to in most stadiums, especially indoor.
Yeah.
You can get closer to the stage and outdoor where there's less echo.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping they come because it's 2 miles from my house, and I have to get on a plane for every show I'm going to.
Yeah, so it'd be nice to have one in your house, right? That's why I'm excited about Dallas, right? And then Houston's not that far a drive. Like all of mine are within driving distance, so that's something.
I'll see you in Houston. Houston, the tickets came out for $30, and at first I didn't look, and then I was like, I guess you should look. I was like, there's no way I'm pulling the trigger again for another show. I got too many shows.
Yes.
Even for a $30 ticket. There's no way. And then I went and checked airfare, and it was $70 round trip.
So okay.
Airfare and ticket $100. People in New York are crying that they can't get in for less than $600, and I can fly and get in for $100. So I bought a rear stage $30 ticket, and I bought a $70 round trip plane ticket, and I added Houston. And then my fans added Tampa. So I'm doing Tampa, Houston, and Tulsa, which I did when they first had a drop, and there were tickets right side stage for Ticketmaster's original face. So with the insurance, I paid $200 also. I'm right side stage, but I'm kind of high.
Yeah.
But even now with the $30 tickets in Tulsa, you're still going to pay over $100 for what I paid $200 for, and I've had them in my pocket for a while. I try not to talk too much about Tulsa, just like you. We paid a little too much, but I'm happy with my seat.
Yeah. What we're going to do, I know I will get back to you there. Dale Hozak is planning a meetup before Houston. There's a barbecue place that's with walking distance that he said that we could meet. And then same thing, they're going to, a couple of the Spring Nuts, Paula, who lives in Tulsa, is working on. So hopefully we can meet in some of these catching up and that'd be great.
Have you seen Tulsa King, the show?
No, I haven't. It's on my list to watch.
Well, without giving you any real spoilers from the show, there's an episode where they go to this place in Tulsa they call the center of the universe.
Okay.
You got to go. Maybe we'll go together.
All right.
You're going to want to see this place. You're an audio guy. In the middle of this square, if you stand in the middle of the square and shout, you will hear yourself amplified and echo, but anyone standing right outside of the middle of the square, and it's a very small area, can't hear you at all.
Wow, I will check it.
And it's about 3/4 of a mile from the arena.
All right.
So I'm walking over there. When I saw the show and they were talking about it, I was like, that sounds like fiction. And I
Yeah.
Googled it, and it is not fiction. It's 3/4 of a mile from the arena, and I'm going to the center of the universe. I got to check that out. I'm going with equipment.
Yeah, we went this summer because there was Springsteen Live was doing an exhibit there at the Woody Guthrie Museum. And so we spent time at the Bob Dylan Museum. We didn't spend as much time at the Woody Guthrie. So that's one of the things we're going to do in Tulsa is we're going to go spend some more time at the Woody Guthrie Museum and then catch the show. So yes, absolutely. That'll be great.
It's right by the arena, so I'm going over
there we go.
like
Gotta
right
be,
before,
yeah.
right before the show. I'm gonna head over there and check it out.
What else do we need to visit about, my friend?
I think that was what I had on my agenda. The biggest thing.
Yes.
The biggest thing that I want your listeners to know is that I'm going to Tulsa, and if they got my channel on their verifications and they're subscribed to me, I will be popping in live whenever I can from my trip, whether airport or at the arena, wherever I can. Not inside the show. I will not be broadcasting from inside the show, but whenever I can, I'm gonna try to get some live. When I get back, I'll try to edit together something more coherent. But if anyone's interested in what's going on my Tulsa trip, and one of the primary reasons my viewers wanted me to go is I am set up now to Zoom live from the iPhone. I bought the selfie stick, and it goes right off to my YouTube channel. And I will make sure that you have my YouTube channel information for your description. And so that if you get this up before Tampa, if anybody wants to check out my channel, there's going to be some live content coming to you from opening night in Tampa, and I hope people get a chance to check it out.
Yeah, please send me that link. Go ahead and say it now, and then I'll include it in the note.
We're going to be broadcasting on a YouTube channel called Phisherman's Secret Garden Pre-Show Channel. I don't have the URL right in front of me, but it's Phisherman's Pre-Show. Okay. Phisherman's Secret Garden Pre-Show Channel. I know that's long and convoluted, but that's what I came up with.
All right, that sounds great. Hey, I believe way back then I wasn't asking the Mary question, was I? I don't think.
No, I think you did. I thought I gave you the greatest answer in the world.
Okay, well, okay. Then
it was that I'd have to go back and check, but I bet if you go back and check, I would have said it really doesn't matter. The song ends with his plea for her to come riding. So
that's all that matters.
Does she get in the car? Does she not get in the car? It's not to be answered. It's like what happened to Tony Soprano.
There you go. I love it. All right. If someone wants to reach you, not only the YouTube channel, tell them you're on social media. Give them your Twitter plug.
It's at Aaron Kozin, my name, ARONKOZIN, at Aaron Kozin, and with the handle Phisherman is the big bold handle.
Yes, Aaron will follow Aaron because he will be a bright ray of sunshine with just the right amount of snark.
No negativity, not about the band.
That's right. I love this. My friend, I can't wait to see you in Houston and Tulsa. I will look forward to it. And yes, we will figure out a way offline. I'll be one of your hurdle people, though I probably will fail horribly. But that's okay. I've had mixed results. It depends on, we all have blind spots, right? Like I will know, like, okay, like I know this is a Tom Joad song because it's got that feel, but I don't spend enough time listening to that album to be able to tell what track it is, right? And I'll go, this has got to be something from Tracks. And so you're trying to guess it. So, and with live, you kind of, you can't cheat.
Did you see the episode that I put out?
No,
I'll make sure I'll send you a link so you can see how it went down, because you'll see how well I do too. He was the player, but I was hearing him for the first time also and playing along with him. Yeah. And I don't post my scores. I don't need to be judged.
Aaron, my friend, thank you. Be safe. Listeners, you guys be kind. Remember to be positive, and let's see you on the road. Appreciate it, guys. See you soon. Bye. And we're done. Hello, everyone. I am Jesse Jackson, and I hope you enjoyed this small clip from one of my Set Listing Bruce episodes. I'm always looking for feedback and, more importantly, guests. If you want to share your Springsteen fandom story and answer the Mary question, post below on the comments or send me an email to setlistingbruce@gmail.com. If you're passionate about other musicians or topics, I'm always up to record a B-side episode where we get off the Bruce train and dive into other topics. For now, stay hard, stay hungry, stay alive. Meet me in a dream of this hard land, and I'll see you further on up the road.